Hey guys, and welcome to Dan-gler Sea Fishing. Tonight I'm at Fort Victoria. We've actually had northeasterly winds for the past 2 weeks, making it very cold and hard work, and fishing's been pretty hard. But tonight the wind's shifted round to the southwest. We've actually got very little wind at all here tonight. The water is really calm, but we've got a good amount of movement tonight because we're on some bigger tides, so I'm hoping that we should have some good fishing. My target tonight is predominantly Congers, but because I'm at Fort Victoria and it's the only place I've ever seen anyone catch one from the shore, I am targeting a unicorn, or for those that don't know what I'm on about, a cod.
Daddy's going fishing.
Not again.
So my bait selection tonight, I've got some anchovies, I've got some squid and black lug bombs that I've pre-made up, and then I've got some jumbo squid that I'm going to chop into chunks. So rods wise tonight, I've actually got a bit of a variation, which is quite rare for me because I normally fish in pairs. But tonight I've got my Any Fish Anywhere 15-foot 6-and bait, paired up with a slosh 20 with braid and a 70-pound shock leader. And then on the other side I've got my Sonic SK3 13-foot paired up with my slosh 20 with braid and a 70-pound shock leader. So for my rigs tonight, I'm using pulley pennels on both of my rods, and I've got 4 combinations going. So I've got 2 standard pulley pennels, one 3.0 and one 2.0, and then I've got 2 pulley pennels that are made up like this, which are my ones aiming at the cod. So I've got little glowy beads just set at the top with a little stop knot to hold them in place, just to go above my bait, just to work as a little bit of an extra attraction while that's flowing in the water. This is on a 100-pound line going to a swivel and then into 50-pound line. The reason for the 100-pound line is because of where we are. There's a good chance that I could hook into a decent conger, especially on these types of baits, and I want to make sure I've got enough to be able to bring that in. And the reason that I'm using the 50-pound on the other is I've got these rigs made up with a small crimp and an impact shield on the bottom. The reason I'm using this one is this impact shield works as a weak link on, this crimp on the bottom works as a weak link on this rig. And I've had it a few times where I've been able to land a fish and lose the weight after snagging up down here. So this crimp makes a weak point in this line, meaning that I can lose the lead at the bottom when I'm pulling up out of a snag. On this venue, when you're winding in, there's quite a few ledges as you come up. And when you're pulling up without a fish in there, you can normally get it up by reeling nice and quick and it will get you over the ledge. But when you've got a fish on, they tend to hold deeper and you have more of a chance of your lead snagging up in there. Your hook doesn't become too much of an issue because it's in the fish, but your lead becomes a problem. Now, what I find is when that lead breaks, like the link breaks on here, what you end up with is this little crimp will stay in place so that my pulley will still be able to land the fish without me losing the fish as well as the rig. So here's my pre-made squid and black lug bombs. So what I've done is I've just got a black lug and I've just wrapped it right up around the body, and I've just tucked the head in just to make a nice little bullet shaped bait, ideal for a cod if they exist down here, which I'm pretty sure they don't. Is that fish? Look, come here, there's fish in the water. Right. I shall not shine it and then there.
Oh, what?
You see him?
Yeah, why? Schoolies.
Don't know. Oh look, there's more there. So just made up my next rig to go out. This is half an anchovy, which is split up the belly, and then I've just put a strip of the thicker squid down the open side of it, and then I've put my hooks through the squid part. Just means that it holds it all together a little bit better, because if you put them into the anchovy, sometimes it can be a little bit soft and then it will pull out and you'll miss the bite, whereas with that it tends to set the hook a little bit better. Ooh, that's a bite. Definitely got a little knock on the red one there. Big doggy. Well guys, first fish of the night, dogfish, £1.10 this one. He's a big old chunky monkey, he's got a really big head on him. But yeah, nice big chunky fish that one. Anyway, let's pop him back. Well guys, again we've started fish first cast. Let's hope it does continue this time. As in our last video, you'll probably know by now, it didn't continue like that all night. But that was a big dogfish really, a big chunky fella. Swallowed the bait down completely, which was a bit of a pain, but we've snipped that one off nice and short. Those hooks will rust out in a couple of days, and he'll be swimming around nice and happy. So just baiting up another anchovy squid wrap. So what I've done is I've just sliced up the belly there. Then I'm just going to get my piece of squid, place it over that belly, and just bound all of that together. So once it's all bound together, it just looks like that. And then this squid area gives you a nice area to set your hooks in, and this will release all the juices, and it just means that it's not too soft that your hooks pull out, and it doesn't set that hook very well. So there we are with the hook set. As you can see, nice sticky outy hooks so that they're really good there to set the set it in the fish, and that squid just holds that nicely so that it's not a bit too squishy with the anchovy on there. But there's loads of flavour in that, loads of scent coming out. Well guys, we've just reached the bottom of the tide. Having a little bit of trouble with snagging up. I've lost a couple of bits of gear, but once that tide starts moving, that should get a little bit easier, and hopefully we'll see a few fish come on once that starts moving through a bit better. The Congers generally tend to prefer a bit of tide movement, and same with cod. If we were to see a cod, we'll probably see that through the middle of the tide. Well guys, I'm having a bit of a tough time with this one at the moment. Just keep snagging up and losing gear. There's so much gear out there, you can feel it as you're bringing it in. And it just snags in there. It doesn't seem to matter if I'm using a lead lift or not. Hopefully when we got a bit more water out there, it might just stop me snagging up into it. does seem to be snagging up more on the little rod, which makes me think that the bigger rod is just getting a bit further out, so it's just getting a bit more height in the water before it's hitting that ledge, whereas the other one is just sort of pulling straight into all them snags. But I get a good few turns and then it's just snagging up. We just have to wait for a fish before we bring anything in, and then hopefully that will lift it enough that it keeps it out of the way. There's a little bite on the green one. I can feel this dragging through a load of gear. Well guys, from the large to the tiny. Just got a little one this time, but that's another fish, and a bit welcome because it's been a bit slow for the last hour or so. But that is a sign that the tide has started moving and the fish are back on the feed. Amazing big eyes on this one. Anyway, let's pop him back. So the next bait to go out is half a squid head of one of these giant squid I'm using tonight. I've left a couple of tentacles just hanging free, so I will just have to take my time on this one before striking, unless it really slams over, just because it might be stuff picking at it and it might take them a little while. It's quite a big bait as well, but I'm hoping this one might find a conger or something a little bit better. Some weight to this. Bit of driftwood. Yeah, there's a fish on it. Oh, it's a ray.
Got a ray, yeah. Got a spotted.
Well guys, we've got a beautiful spotted ray. Let me see if I can hold him a little bit better here without. So absolutely stunning pattern, beautiful eyes on this. But as you can see, lovely pattern. £3.3 this one. Ah, there he is. £3.3, beautiful spotted ray. But let's get him back and hopefully find another one. Well guys, that's why you've got to be careful when you're handling rays. They've got pretty sharp barbs on them. I just caught my finger on its tail. Well guys, that was another beautiful spotted ray. It's actually my third one this year. I seem to be attracted. Well, they seem to be attracted to me this year. Never had so many spotteds. So I'm just whipping up the same bait that caught that spotted. It's just half an anchovy, nothing else with it. I do find that these tend to be better for rays, which was sort of half of the mind that I put it out there. Also thought it might attract a conger, but I was hoping maybe an undulate might come along, but beautiful spotted, can't moan at that. Let's hopefully find a few more. Amper. Oh, yeah. Oh guys, we got another one, another dogfish. Another chunky one this time. But yeah, we're starting to get a bit busy. These guys are really liking the fishy baits that I'm now putting out. But let's pop this one back before he gets too angry again. Well guys, now that we've had a few fish and managed to catch that ray, I think it's time for a celebratory chocolate. Tonight I've got Whisper. Well, it's decided to rain. At least it's not cold and wet and windy. But we're finding some fish, so hey, what does a bit of rain matter? So on this green one is a squid lug bomb, and I think there's something small, pouting, whiting, something along them lines, just picking at the lugworm that's on there. Ooh. That looked a better bite. I thought that was the one then.
Yeah.
That looked like that was going. Yeah. Well, that one just came for a load of snag because it just brought a load of little bits of line in with it. Oh guys, I am getting drenched. This rain doesn't seem to want to ease off at the moment. But as long as the fish keep biting, I'll keep fishing. I caught a whelk. Well guys, I've caught a whelk. That's normally a sign I've left that bait out there too long. Well guys, I'm absolutely shocked at the moment. I don't know what's going on. I cannot seem to find a decent conger for love nor money. I thought I'd at least find a load of straps tonight, but can't even seem to find a strap tonight. But at least we have found a few fish. We just haven't really found the ones we were after. That was the cast, guys. That red one. Just going to hoop over with a nice big conger. Well guys, it's approaching that time of the night again, and yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to get that conger. I'll keep trying, and I suppose that is fishing. Can't guarantee anything. But I will get one for you. Just might take me a few more outings. This one's pretty wet. I cannot see anything at the moment. Well guys, I think that's about it for tonight. Yeah, we managed to find a few fish. A nice spotted ray, but I still can't find that conger. But I'm gonna keep trying. I'm sure I'll try and find one in another video. I will get one eventually, but at the moment, I just cannot seem to find that conger. I cannot believe I didn't even find a strap tonight. But if you are enjoying my channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Until the next video, I'll see you then.